Hey, this is Shaily and you're watching EatBreatheBooks. Hey everyone, I hope that you're doing well today. Thank you for the love on my most recent Barnes & Noble vlog. If you haven't watched it, make sure to check it out because I went to the crazy 50% off sale and then hauled all the books that I got, and I'm so grateful for everything that I got. Anyway, today I thought I'd make a quick video and basically tell you about the books that I have mostly completed this year, but I need to finish reading by the end of the year. I went through a period this year where I just was in this weird reading slump where I would like start books and then halfway or even 3/4 of the way through sometimes I would just DNF them, and sometimes they were good but I just like didn't feel like reading. So now I'd like to wrap them all up within the next few days before the secular new year. Yeah, I'm just gonna tell you what they are, what they're about, and we'll see what I end up reading. I'll let you guys know during my end of the year wrap up what I actually finish. The first book is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. This is the first in a trilogy about this girl who dreams of going to this like very mysterious sort of, it's called Caraval. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's run by this mysterious magician. And for years, she tries to get tickets, and finally he sends her tickets. So she goes with her sister, who's like way more rowdy than her, gets in a lot more trouble than her. They escape their abusive father, and they go with this sailor that they never met before. And then her sister disappears, and she's stuck with this sailor who's like this total, like, honestly, bad boy, you could say. And the two of them have to basically like figure out Caraval together. He wants to win, and she would like to win, but she more importantly wants to find her sister because she's worried about her. This book, I'm 150 pages in, and there are about, I think, like 500 pages, no, almost 400. I'm hoping that I can finish because I really did enjoy it so much. I don't read a ton of magical realism, so this was really exciting to dive into. The world is so weird, and you literally cannot tell like what's real and what's fake. It's literally amazing. I see why people like this so much, so I'm definitely excited to keep reading. The next one, I literally have like 30 pages left, and the only reason why I haven't finished it yet is because when I wanted to read it the other day, I couldn't find it, so I started a new book, which I'll talk about later. But that's Chasing Lucky by Jen Bennett. This is my third Jen Bennett book. I've read Alex Approximately and Serious Moonlight, and I like them both, especially Serious Moonlight, but they were both good. And this is Chasing Lucky, and this one's about a girl and her mom, and they're always moving around. They lived in this one small town in New England until she was 12, but then her mom in the middle of the night one time was like, we need to leave, we need to go. So they ran away, and for like 5 years they've been on the run, living from town to town. It's really hard for the main character, but then finally they come back to the town they used to live in when she was a child, and they stay in her grandma's home because her grandma's out of town, so her mom and grandma won't fight. They're kind of like Lorelai and Emily Gilmore, I guess you could say, if you watch Gilmore Girls. And basically this girl reunites with her best friend, and like obviously like the two of them are like in love with each other and have feelings for each other. They miss each other after all this time, and like she wants to be a photographer, and there's like a bunch of drama with like this rich guy in the neighborhood. Like I said, I really do think I'll finish this by the end of the year. I have only 30 pages left, so I'm confident about that. The next book I have here, I definitely have plans to finish. Like this is a priority for me. I'm really enjoying it, and that's Kisses and Croissants by Anne-Sophie Junot. I'm sorry if I pronounced that incorrectly. I wish I was fluent in French. And it's about a girl who wants to be a ballerina, like a top ballerina, and she wants to dance for the American Ballet Theater in New York. And she gets into this exclusive program in Paris for 6 weeks, where they're going to be performing Swan Lake. And it's really important for her. She has a lot of responsibility with that. And she tries really hard not to like have extracurriculars or fall in love. And like obviously she's falling in love with this like French guy that she met, and like when you find out who he is, like there's like a big twist, and it's just like really sweet and fun. I really feel like I'm actually in Paris. Like Anne-Sophie does such a good job of like really describing like what's going on. It like really makes you feel like you're actually there. Of course, it's reminding me of Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins because I love that book so much, but this definitely like stands out in its own way. It's a different book, and I love the cover too, so I'm definitely planning on reading this. This one, I am on page 164, and there are about 300-ish pages, 311. So I have about 150 pages or so left. Very excited to keep going with this story. I'm really enjoying it. And the next book that I have here is The Matzo Ball by Jean Meltzer. The second I saw this in Barnes & Noble, I had to pick it up. If you saw that vlog, you know. I love supporting fellow Jewish authors. And basically, this one is about two people who were in love in sleepaway camp when they were in middle school, and now they're reunited as adults. He's throwing this huge Hanukkah event in New York, and she really needs a ticket to go because she wants to get inspiration, because basically she is a Christmas romance novelist, but her publishing house is like, you need to write a Jewish story now, and she's like, I don't want to. She doesn't feel connected to her Judaism, and she really needs to get into this ball. And he's like, well, the only way that I'm going to give you a ticket to go to this ball, girly, who I knew years before and used to be in love with, is if you work for me. But he's like kind of torturing her. And then for him, like, he really wants to connect to his Judaism more. He felt like really deprived when he was younger, and he had a really tough childhood, so he felt like he never got to like be as religious and as spiritual and connected as he wanted to. So he's working on getting there, and yeah, it's definitely like entertaining so far, and I would like to finish it. Hanukkah just passed recently, so the Hanukkah spirit's still within me. It's always in me. And the other two stories I'm going to talk about, okay, and then I also also I wanted to say that I read about half of the Inheritance Games, and I'm not including it in this video because I really want to read it like from the beginning, take my time all the way through, and then also I would like to read the second one, which I bought recently, if you saw that vlog. So I'm gonna save that for next year. I'm not gonna put it in this list. I also have Crave by Tracy Wolff. This is kind of a similar story. I read, I think, literally like 4/5 of this or something like that, 3/5, 4/5. This is a boarding school vampire dragon human story. It kind of is like one of those crack books where you're like, oh, I need to keep reading. The thing is though, like, I need to start it from the beginning because I remember some stuff that happened, but like not enough. And people say that the second and third book are like really, really good. So I need to just like read this again, I think, so I can be really prepared for the second and third, and then the fourth and fifth are coming out next year. And finally, I don't have it on me, but The Rest of the Story by Sarah Dessen. If you remember, I started reading this in the summer. I think I'm about 3/4 of the way through, and it's about a girl who goes to stay with her family, like the part of her family that she never really knew, and they are very different from the people that she's used to being around. Like, they're from her mother's side, and her mother passed when she was younger, so she wants to feel this like connection to her. Her dad and his new wife, I think, are like really different from them, so there's kind of this sort of conflict. She falls in love, she gets to finally meet her cousins. I think I have about like 100 pages left of that, so I would like to finish that as well. Obviously, this is a very ambitious video. Who knows what I'll actually end up finishing. If we're being super realistic, I definitely want to finish Kisses and Croissants and Chasing Lucky for sure, but it would be nice to continue making my way through at least one of these other books. Probably Caraval, but perhaps not Moal. Not really sure yet. And also, I might end up just marking the rest of the story as fully read, just because I'm literally basically almost done with it anyway. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't yet. Remember, I'm doing a giveaway at 4,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. Make sure to like the video and comment down below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.